So we talked about worry, and the second thorn that Jesus mentioned is what? Yeah, an unhealthy relationship with wealth. Jesus isn't anti-wealth, but he says in another parable, you can only serve one master, God or money. You can't serve both. Now, why do you suppose? I mean, there's a lot of things that we can make idols in our lives. Why do you suppose he chose wealth to juxtapose next to God? Why do you suppose he said you really just serve one master, God or money? Why do you suppose he picked money as kind of second in what way, though? What is the power of wealth to become an idol? Why is it so close to? It can be a distraction, but why? Okay, sure. So money has a way to replace the caring of God because we can become self-sufficient in that. I think when Jesus said it's hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven, but all things are possible, he said, with God. God can do this, but it's difficult for a rich man because they just don't see a need of a Savior. It's hard for them to say, wow, I really need God in my life. It's easy for them to say, what do I need God for? I have all of this. The problem is wealth has no power to make your life right with God. Wealth does a lot of good things. It can provide for your needs. It can provide for your wants. It can provide a lot of pleasure into your life, but it can't do one thing, and that can't buy your way into heaven. Because the debt that you owe God is a spiritual debt. It's not going to be paid with material things. It is a debt of sin that all of us owe God, and it is of infinite quantity. So even you could do a lifetime of spiritual service. You serve in the church, you could live in the church, and it still wouldn't pay your debt because good works can't pay for bad in that. There's no power there. You are a finite person and you're going to die. We owe an infinite debt. That's why Jesus' sacrifice is the only one that's effective for saving us, because he was infinite, is infinite, was infinite, is bad English, right? Nothing that's infinite ever would cease to be.